Hi, Patty. We're here at Chain of Lakes State Park in Northeast Indiana, joined by Sam Boggs, the park manager.
Welcome, Amy.
Thank you.
We're glad you're here.
I'm happy to be here.
Welcome to a small boater's paradise in Hiker's Haven in Northeast Indiana Lake Country.
Well, then we have a lot to talk about.
Well, sure.
Let's start with the boats. I mean, we have kayaks, canoes, paddle boats just right here.
Yeah, we have we have double kayaks, we have single kayaks, we have traditional canoes, we have rowboats, and we also have paddle boats. And it's all reasonably priced. And
you can rent for an hour or the day, or?
Yes. Well, on the weekends we do require that you rent it by the hour, but during the week we have a daily rate, yes.
Okay.
One of the things I would want to mention is we have this special challenge. It's called the 9 Lakes Paddle Challenge, where if you come out here and there's a brochure that we have and you take pictures at certain locations during the challenge, we have an exclusive t-shirt you can purchase at our park headquarters that nobody else can buy unless you do the challenge.
So there's 9 lakes involved in the challenge, but you have 13 lakes.
There are 13 lakes here in the park, yes. And I'll also mention we're a Hiker's Haven. We have 30 miles of trails.
How many trails is that?
We have a total of 12. And some of them are longer than others.
I was going to say, how difficult are they?
Well, one of the trails is 6 miles long.
Okay.
And then we have others that are less than a mile. And then there are varying degrees of difficulty.
Okay.
We do have some that are rugged.
You have boating, you have hiking. What else is here? Because I know there's a historic landmark that's here as well.
Yeah, I'd be remiss if I forgot about that. It's the Stanley one-room schoolhouse. It was built in 1915. It's the 4th school on that site. It was actually a log cabin in 1848, was the first one. But it's on the National Historic Register. It's open on the weekends. People can come and see what it was like to go to school in 1915 when there was no electricity and you had a wood, big coal stove in the middle of the room that heated the school.
So, we don't want to go back to 1915 unless we're at the schoolhouse, but there are primitive campsites here as well as
yes, we have.
hookups.
Our main campground has over 400 campsites, and we have 3 different classes. We have electrical hookups at a majority of our campsites, and we also have Class B campsites, which have the use of modern restroom and shower facilities. And then we also have primitive campsites that are really inexpensive. They just vault toilet and water.
Well, what if I don't have an RV? I don't want to pitch a tent. You have cabins for me? I
do. We have 18 cabins that are available for rent. They're a 3-season cabin. They open in the middle of April, and then we close them down the beginning of November.
Okay.
And they're fairly rustic. They have all they have is a wood stove for a heat source, but they're modern too. They have 2 bedrooms. They have a full kitchen with stove, refrigerator. They have screened-in porches and balconies, and they're really a unique architecture. They're built on the side of the hill overlooking Long Lake, and it's almost a treehouse feel. They're built on poles on the side of the hill.
Well, that sounds more up my alley. So for more information on Chain of Lakes, you can visit DNR or you can go to visitindiana.com. Thanks for having me, Sam.
Oh, lovely. I'm glad you're here, and thank you.
Thank you. Patty?